Naug, the river Naug. Now then, this is the scene of the devastating floods last year that took out this village, many houses and our 7-Eleven. And here are flood defences. Will they work? Well, they've had macros in to take away the soil. Along the bottom here, these are gabion mattresses filled with stone, and then they've got gabion baskets. Cap? Sabadi? And here is the stone ready to go in, and here is the baskets. So they're clearly using the mattresses as a foundation, and then they're going to put up the gabion baskets. So I assume that the idea is to widen the river to allow the water to get away. But will it work? And here we go. Gabion baskets. Will it work? That's the question. Now, I've got my doubts, and the reasons I've got doubts is that it isn't as much the volume of water here, it's the speed it gets away. Now, I am not a flood defence expert. In fact, I've got bugger all knowledge. However, right around the bend there is a weir, no problem, but then just beyond the weir is a bridge, and the bridge is where it's constricted, and that causes the backup. And yes, this exaggerated basin is going to allow more backup, but once it's full, it won't alter the speed of the water that's got to get away under that bridge and out to the river Lao, and then in turn the river Ing, and then the Mekong, and then the South China Sea. I tell you what, this is some damn good soil. I wouldn't mind this in my garden. This is all silt washed down from the mountain. Now they'll lift up the banking here, they shore up the banking here, but then what will happen on that side? Will they do it there? They haven't got time because the rains are here early. So all this was flooded. In fact, you can see on the building here the height of the floodwater, and the height of the floodwater came up a good metre here from last year. Village Hall flooded. It was all flooded. Now, this is the main weir. The purpose of this weir is to control the water so the water can get away down here, and this clong goes and it feeds all the rice fields around our village. So these are the gates here that open that clong. Up there in the distance, a buffalo watching us. Right. Well, I assume this is the clearing of the river to get the water away quicker. Let's go and have a look at that bridge, shall we? Road closed ahead, men at work. Now this garden here, there was a 6-foot high wall all around it, and the floods just destroyed it, took it down. These properties were totally flooded out. The bungalow across, that new bungalow, their wall was collapsed with flood water. And I'm going to go up to that bridge. Well, when this new road was put in, this last couple of years, this is a brand new built bridge. And this is the constriction or restriction point. Now, at the height of the floods, the water was up here, and it was within about 300-400 mil of the deck of the bridge. So all this was flooded. All over the weir was flooded. That was out. All those lands there was flooded. So this is the restriction point. So I have to ask myself, the water going to come around that bend. You're only talking about 200 meters up where they're doing the work. The water going to come around that bend. All those fields are flooded. This was all flooded. It was all flooded up to there. And then on the other side of the bridge, where the river now goes away, all those pastures where were flooded, they've raised the level by about 1 meter. And the water brought down the banks over there. So it was quite devastating, really. So time will tell. I mean, it's the first time I've known it to flood like that, and I've lived here for 10 years. It might have been a freak one-off. These defences might well be enough, but there is this problem. And look at all that lovely soil that's been dug out of the river. Oh, I'd love that in my garden. That's for sure. Anyway, looks like rain in the hills. Visibility not good in the hills, that'll be rain. I have to say, I have to compliment the Thai government on, the Thai government are absolutely wonderful, national and local, about providing funds for improvements. Knockout. Bye bye for now.